So this is in response to that video I posted about that dude screaming and kicking and crying. But this right here is also known as arrested development. It's when a person, typically a child, skips stages of emotional development and growth, possibly due to some type of trauma that they experienced when they were growing up. And as a person with narcissistic personality disorder, I've actually experienced arrested development myself, where, we don't know how to process emotions like other people do. So instead of going through the normal range of emotions like a non-narcissistic person would, most narcissistic people or, antisocial people will respond with anger, because anger is a secondary emotion and anger is easy to experience. You don't really need a reason to get mad. You can just be angry, and being angry gets the job done as well. So in order to combat against arrested development, people need to slow down, take their time, and respond accordingly, not react. You have to learn how to respond and not react, because reacting is emotion-based and responding is not. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated to just making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds, of course. So the one you just watched was about arrested development and how, arrested development could affect narcissists, could affect other people as well, not just narcissists. So arrested development is when you skip a stage of emotional growth, when you're growing up in your youth, typically due to having to grow up faster, having to, go through life faster, having to do adult things as a kid. So you skip a stage of emotional development. You skip stages possibly of emotional development where you don't know how to process things like the other people maybe in your same age group. So if you skip stages in your youth of emotional development as a narcissistic person, you grow up not knowing how to regulate your emotions. So typically, when you like a person like myself, when you don't know how to regulate your own emotions, you typically start to try to control everybody else's emotions. And then the number one emotion that most people feel, most narcissists feel, is going to be anger. So that's where anger comes in. Like narcissistic anger has its own name. It's called narcissistic rage. And narcissistic rage, from a narcissistic person, my point of view, gives a narcissist power. It's the number one way for a narcissist to feel in control of somebody is if they rage out. Because if a narcissist is yelling and screaming at you and getting control of you, getting you to do whatever they want them to do, like getting you to do whatever they want you to do, that's a power trip to a narcissist. It just is. I know some people are just like, that sounds sickly. So getting mad makes you feel good. You really are a Jezebel spirited son of a beep, 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 beep. And I get that. So I totally understand that. I get it. But I can't control how my mind works. I can't control the things that make me feel good. You know what I mean? So sometimes getting angry makes narcissistic people feel good. Because what else, I can feel all the emotions. I definitely can. I can feel the whole emotional spectrum. I have empathy. I care. I can be happy. I can be sad and stuff like that. But I don't know, sometimes you don't like to feel those emotions. You don't want to process those emotions. You don't want to get into the realm of those emotions. But getting mad is easy. Because you don't have to put a lot of energy into getting mad. And a lot of times with narcissistic people, it doesn't take a lot for them to get mad. So it doesn't take a lot of energy for a narcissist to get mad. And sometimes it doesn't take a lot for them to get there. You can just go up to a narcissistic person and voice your opinion to them, and they explode on you. Hey, I didn't like what you said last time. You're like, whoa, hey, calm down there, buddy. Jezebel, your Jezebel. That's a Jezebel coming out of you right there. There you go, right there, Jezebel. There's a Jezzy coming out. You got Jezzy. You need Jesus. Y'all know how they go. But seriously, that's how it goes though. And I get somebody said, narcissists are just grown toddlers. Narcissists are just emotionally stunted adults, which is true. That's why you say a lot of times when you get into an argument with a narcissist, it might feel like you're arguing with a 10-year-old in a 36-year-old body. You're like, why does this argument sound so, it's such a rudimentary argument. It's like such an elementary school argument. Well, it's just kind of like, I know you are, but what am I? I know you did, but what did you do to me? So it's never any kind of resolution with narcissists because we we don't process, we don't know, we don't have the skills, we don't have the emotional development or the emotional regulation to argue correctly. We don't know how to argue. We don't know how to resolve conflict without arguing or getting mad, because back when we were growing up, we typically resolve conflicts by getting mad. But sometimes there's violence involved. Sometimes there's physical fights involved. Sometimes there's yelling and screaming involved. Getting mad would solve the issues growing up. So we stayed mad. A lot of times you see narcissistic people, they have anger issues growing up. That person right there is a little monster. Because I guarantee you, if you look back into my life and you talk to people who knew me before TikTok, who knew me before TikTok, who knew me before Instagram and stuff like that, people who know me as Damon Hammock and not Lee Hammock, they will tell you 100% that I was just an angry young man. I was fighting. What is fighting? Like fighting lightning. You know what I mean? I was fighting him a lot. I had anger issues. I had rage issues. I would get mad. People would say, hey, he's funny. Because y'all see my humor. You see the humor come out in my videos and stuff like that. He's funny, but don't get him mad. Because if you get him mad, you're going to see a different side of him. You won't like that person. It's kind of like the Hulk. You won't like him when he's angry. You know what I mean? Because that's all I knew how to do. That's how I knew how to resolve conflict, was by getting mad or by completely shutting down. One or the other. There's no, okay, I'm listening. Thank you. I can understand that. I understand where you're coming from. I understand your perspective. Here's my perspective. Okay, let's agree to disagree. Okay, no, let's agree that I'm right. Let's agree that you're right. I'm wrong. Sorry about that. I didn't know how to do that. I still don't know how to do that now. I'm still learning how to do that now. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to process conflict resolution and stuff like that. But like I said, back in the day, I could do it. I can just get mad and handle it. Or I can just shut down. I can just completely emotionally shut down, like narcissistic people do, like narcissists do. Like you deal with, sometimes when you're dealing with a narcissist, you get into an argument, they'll just shut down on you. They don't want to talk about it. They'll just completely shut down, go dark on you. Zip. Or you want to argue? Zip. Or you want to talk about your feelings? Zip. It's typically one extreme or the other. It's complete anger explosion because they don't know how to regulate their emotions, or it's complete emotional shutdown and withdrawal because they don't know how to regulate their emotions. One or the other. And a lot of people still do that now. Your grandma might do it to you. Your mama and your daddy might do it to you, because sometimes the parents don't know how to emotionally regulate. It's not just about husband and wife. Sometimes it's the parents. It's your mom and dad. Like when you question your mom about something she did to you as hey mom, why you do this to me when I was a kid? She might shut down on you. Your mom might stonewall you. Your mama might go ghost on you. Your mama might go silent on you. Your mama might scream and yell at you. You ungrateful little son, blah, blah, bleep, beep, beep. So parents can be narcissists too. It's not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. The parents and your grandparents can be narcissists as well. You question your grandma. Grandma, why is it so damn hot in your house? Why you always got the heat on 95 in here? Why you... And they silent treatment you. They yell and scream. This is my damn house. You get out of here. Anger. Stuff like that. I know people can like, well, it is Lee. It is your grandma's house. Grandma Jezzy. Grandma Jezebel. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I hope this brought some clarity to you. I hope it brought some understanding to you from the narcissist perspective. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Mental illness is out. Peace.